wasn't certain what she meant by espresso powder. I didn't catch that part of the stream. Generally, you have coffee grounds and you have instant coffee. And I was pretty convinced I don't want to be putting raw coffee grounds in a mixture I'm going to eventually eat as cookies. And I also thought instant coffee is granules, like hard gravy granules. You don't want that, which is why I went for micro ground. This is not an ad for Nestle. They have not paid me in any way. I've paid them, in fact, because I had to buy their freaking coffee. It's not bad coffee, though. And if I pop it open, coffee powder. That's as fine a coffee, an instant coffee, as you're likely to get. It might be hard to see, but if I just kind of scoop it up like this, there you will see it's powder. And so that's what I've mixed into the mixture. And I did that when it was dry. And my instinct was to create an entire espresso, a very tiny, teeny tiny espresso, 15 ml espresso, to mix it in, because that would make the mixture much, much, much less dry and more moist. But again, I'm just paranoid about putting too much water into this. Now, I'm pretty sure if I had an electric food mixer, which I'm sure my wife does in the house, but it hasn't been used in years and I'd have to clean it, etc., etc. I don't want to do that, so I'm literally just mixing this with a wooden spoon. Again, I cannot stress how much of an amateur I am when it comes to baking. I could happily cook meals for my children, healthy meals. In fact, I made a very kick-ass spaghetti bolognese earlier this evening, which I'm quite proud of. But in terms of like baking cakes and cookies and biscuits and anything that requires raw eggs, I have an unreasonable phobia about. And it comes from a trip I took from Las Vegas in 2008, where I went to this Mexican restaurant in the Forbidden Planet Hotel Entertainment Arena, and they gave me raw eggs. And I was throwing up for over a day. And bearing in mind, this was an exceptionally expensive holiday my girlfriend and I took. Well, my wife, but she was my girlfriend at the time. And we were only in Vegas for 5 days. And to spend one of those days heaving your guts out was awful. And ever since then, I've just had a phobia about eggs. Not only do I not want to eat them, I don't even want to touch raw eggs. If I do, I'll be scrubbing my hands for like 2 minutes with soap and antibacterial gel and God knows what else. Probably boiling water just to be safe. Anyway, let's catch up on the comments. Fed, I remember you yelling at me when I went into my kitchen with my camera once, how untidy my kitchen was. I do remember that. I absolutely do remember that. And now you've discovered, David, I'm a huge hypocrite. That's the first rule of cooking. You can always add more, but never take away. Wow. That's a good rule. I should remember that. Does that mean you don't eat the leftover batter ever? Oh God, no. That's disgusting. You'll get salmonella or something. I'm paranoid about it. A whole day, 20% of a very expensive holiday to Las Vegas was spent throwing up. I'm never eating eggs again, which is kind of an exaggeration because I have eaten eggs probably half a dozen times since then. That was in 2008. But I've always done so with a sense of paranoia, fear, and dread. I'm not going to lie, one time I actually did shots of alcohol, probably whiskey or vodka, immediately afterwards to douse my stomach with alcohol in an attempt to kill anything I had just ingested. That's how paranoid I am about eggs. It's a genuine phobia in the sense that it's irrational and completely stupid, but it's strong enough to make me not want to deal with eggs. I should have really learned the name of that restaurant and sued them, to be honest. I'm pretty sure it's illegal to serve raw eggs in the US. I wonder if you could have sued. Look at that, great minds. I mean, it wasn't 2008, so I think I've kind of missed the window. You are missing out so much. Oh, no, I don't think I am. I think I'm missing out on salmonella and food poisoning and throwing up, and I'm fine missing out on those things. Right, more mixing. This thing is way too dry. More mixing. I actually should start preheating the oven, really, shouldn't I? Oh dear, let's get that stuff out. It's gonna get real warm up in here. So more mixing. I'm so glad this is going well. Is anyone buffering? Obviously, I'm gonna have very bad audio quality and picture quality because I'm just streaming from my phone. But I mean, given how much trouble I've had just even tonight trying to get the stream started, I'm so happy you guys are here and that this is going so well. Honestly, if this was the daytime, my kids would be charging about and screaming and daddy, 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 which would be adorable for the stream, but not that conducive for getting anything done, and also not that conducive for me not violating Twitch's terms of service. Did you guys know it's actually against the TOS just to sing song lyrics? Not even like broadcast someone's official MP3, but just to sing the lyrics. Means you could get banned. I tell you, the state of streaming rules right now is crazy. How's the weather where you are, Fred? It got up to 37.2 degrees in NYC. Holy crap! David, we've been having one of the worst summers here in London. We've had no more than 2 weeks of summer, and that's accumulative. We didn't get 2 consistent weeks. We've had a day of sunshine here, a day of sunshine there. It's never gotten hotter than 25 degrees centigrade. And we're not getting hot summer, we're not getting consistent summer. In fact, prior to just a few days ago, we were getting rain every single day, which was really sucky for not being able to do the laundry. And I don't even need it to be extra hot right now. All I really want is laundry drying weather. That's all I want. I want to be able to hang out my laundry outside. It's so hard to dry laundry inside. Tumbling is bad for clothes. It's bad for the environment, it's bad for your electricity bill, and it's utterly pointless if you have warm, dry weather. And sadly, we're just having a terrible summer. If I was getting 37.2 degrees, I think that would probably be too hot for me. I did used to like really hot summers prior to having kids. Now I have kids, they end up suffering, and my wife ends up suffering, and now I'm just all for sort of 20 to 25 degrees. That's my ideal summer. Anything above 30 now, I will join the rest of the miserable Brits